I'm standing in a wheat field that's part of a project that we have that's funded by the North Dakota Wheat Commission, where we're looking at wheat response to salinity. We know that wheat is a slightly more tolerant crop of salts than corn or beans are, but we're still not quite sure what that tolerance is or what those thresholds are for salinity. So what we've done is we've taken a couple fields down here in Richland County that were put into wheat this year. They have mild levels of salinity where the levels aren't too high where you're not going to get something to grow, but they're not so low that you won't see a yield impact. And we've set up these transects across the field with 4 different salinity levels. So the students that are working in soil health, the graduate students, they're coming out here and they're sampling for yield and protein content. And they're also repeatedly sampling the salt levels in the soil. So we'll be able to make a really nice correlation between the salt level in the soil and the yield response. We also evaluated wheat response to salinity in the greenhouse. What we found is that wheat yield started to decline at an EC of 4.5 millimoles per centimeter. With each unit of EC increase, we saw a 23% yield decline. We didn't see the same response in our field study, likely because of the soil texture. Our sites were mainly clay loam soils, which have a higher water holding capacity. This could have diluted the salts to levels that did not impact wheat yield. For management on soils with an EC between 4 and 5, wheat is a good option for a cash crop. Plus, it provides an opportunity to fit in a cover crop to manage water later in the growing season. Cover crops not only use excess water, but they also reduce evaporation, build root channels, and break up compaction layers for water movement. Here are a couple of ideas for what cover crops will grow for different salinity levels. For an EC between 4 and 5, you may think about adding dwarf Essex rapeseed, cereal rye, or radish and turnip to your volunteer wheat. Keep in mind, choose your cover crops based on your next crop and rotation.